Hi friends. Today we'll be dealing with HCSR04 ultrasound sensor. Okay, so before going into much details about this particular kit, we should know something about the physics of ultrasound. So from the name ultrasound, okay, so any sound whose frequency is more than 20 kilohertz or greater than audible range. Okay, so audible range is very 20 to 20 kilohertz or 20,000 hertz. Okay, so anything beyond 20 kilohertz is generally considered as ultrasonic sound or ultrasound. Generally frequencies above 20 kilohertz or much higher than that is used in the medical diagnostic purpose. So frequencies used for medical diagnostic extend up to 10 megahertz and beyond. Okay, even we might have known that when animals like bats, dolphins, etc. uses this ultrasound signal to navigate and to search their prey, etc. So generally sound between 20 to 100 kilohertz, frequency range from 20 to 100 kilohertz, which is very commonly used for the communication and navigation by bats, dolphin and some other species also. Much higher frequencies in the range 1 to 20 megahertz is generally used for medical applications. Okay, so for medical applications we have to generate this ultrasound or ultrasonic sound. So for that generally we'll be using ultrasonic transducers. Okay, so there are varieties of ultrasound transducers are available based on the nature of the signal to be detected, all those things. But generally these transducers are basically works on two principles. One is the echo time, and the other one is Doppler shift. Okay, so echo time is nothing but we'll transmit the signal and we'll be listening the reflected signal, that is the echo coming from the object to be studied. And in case of Doppler shift, we'll be checking the shift in the frequency. So that examples you might have studied in the school or in the intermediate range about the ambulance, moving ambulance or siren, all those examples you may be knowing. Okay, so these two types of principles is generally used in the medical field. So it can be generally used to measure the distance to the internal organs and the structures and the speed of movement of these structures, etc. So the most commonly and widely used system is the ECG, that everybody knows. So ECG is echocardiogram. Okay, so it is based on the ultrasound system or ultrasound technology to get the blood flow, heartbeat, etc. of the heart. So now some of the interesting thing is that as I told, these bats, dolphin, etc. also use this ultrasound to navigate and for communication, etc. So bats use this ultrasonic sound for navigation. Their ability to catch flying insects while flying at full speed in pitch darkness is surprisingly impressive. Yes, that you may be knowing it. So now these are the very generic things about the ultrasound. So this is, everybody should compulsorily know these facts before using this device. Okay, so this is HC SR04 ultrasound sensor, or it is also known as ultrasonic ranging module, etc. So it is having a resolution, or the range, it can measure up to 2 centimeter to 400 centimeter. Okay, so it is basically a non-contact type of measurement, and generally it will be having an resolution in range of plus or minus 3 mm. To that accuracy we can get the signals. So basically this unit or this module basically having the 3 subsystems. This one is the transmitter, and here some indication is there for transmitter. So T indicates it is a transmitter, and there is R indicates the receiver. So this is the receiver. Okay, and some control circuit. So transmitter, receiver, and control circuits. Okay, control circuit that deals, I will come to that later. So basically it's having 3 ICs. So one is, I can see that is LM324. One is LM324. So here LM32, it's a quad op-amp, and it is used as some active filters. So this typical system works on ultrasound, and it is using a 400 kilohertz sound signal. So the transmitter will transmit these 40 kilohertz signal, and it should be received by the receiver. So so the receiver will receive lot of noises. So to suppress that, these active filters based on LM324 is used. Okay, so I will just go into the electronics details, means electrical specifications of this particular unit. So this is the VCC. So we have to give 5 volt. So generally its consumption will be less than 20 milliampere. Okay, 15 to 20 milliampere, and quiescent time it may consume 2 milliampere as the quiescent current. So if it is not using, if the system is powered, it may consume as much as 2 milliampere. And the 4th pin, it is connected to ground or ground potential 0 volt. So here 5 volt. And other 2 control pins are there. One is echo and the other is trigger. Okay, from the name itself it is clear. So trigger is the input control signal we have to give to this unit, and this is the output from the module. Okay, so while interfacing with microcontroller, we should know the following facts. So assume the input signal, that is the trigger signal, we have to give a TTL positive pulse of duration 100 microsecond or 10 microsecond, more than 10 microsecond we have to give. So I told the internal control circuitry, immediately it will generate some bursts of 40 kilohertz pulse, that is 8 numbers of 40 kilohertz pulses. This will be the acoustic burst. It is transmitted by this transmitting unit. So this unit will transmit some signal and it will get reflected by the object and it will come to the receiver. So the sound waves have traveled from the source to object and from object to source. So assume the total time is t, that is the to and fro motion, and the speed of the sound in air we know that is 340 meter per second. Okay, so velocity is given by distance by time. So with this equation actually we are calculating the distance. Okay, so as I told, the transmitter will transmit 8 numbers of such 40 kilohertz pulses. So the receiver will get this signal, okay, will get reflected back, and the internal circuitry will take care in such a way that we will get the output echo pulse. So we will get a high signal or plus 5 volt signal, and the information is available in the pulse width. Okay, so this pulse width is directly proportional to the distance. So that internally there is a microcontroller is there, so it's a one-time programmable controller, so that will take care, and this will do all those activities, and finally it will give a pulse with width proportional to the distance from this transmitter to the object and the reflected back. Okay, so simply to get, assume, so we will place our unit and this is the object, so we have to just measure the echo pulse height to get this distance. Okay, so that how we will do. So generally this output pulse width, assume it is in microseconds, and the speed of sound is 340 meter per second. So I am converting into centimeters. See, the most since it is used to 400 centimeters, and beyond that can't be used, so I am using the distance in centimeter range. So first of all we have to convert into centimeter per microsecond, so that will be around 0.034 centimeter per microsecond. Okay, this is the speed. So distance is given by what? Speed into time. Okay, so here there are to and from motion is there, so we have to divide by time, we have to take half of the time. So speed 0.034 into the pulse width time, this is the time, so that time by 2 will give the distance in centimeters. This is as simple as this. So if we can write a small code to measure this pulse width, and simply it has to be multiplied with 0.34 by 2 into time, will give the distance in centimeters. Okay, so it can be used up to as low as 2 centimeters and maximum up to 400 centimeters. Okay, so that I will be demonstrating with an Arduino board. Okay, so we'll write the code for the system. So as I explained already, the ultrasensor kit requires two control signal. That is, one will be the input to the module, that is the trigger, and one will be the output from the module, that is the echo signal. So first we have to define the pin mode of these two pins. Okay, so this will form the trigger pin. This will form the echo pin. So echo pin will be the input to the microcontroller. That's why I am defining as the input. So for the debugging, I am enabling the serial port at 9600 bits per second. Now we have to generate the trigger. For that, first of all, we have to make the trigger pin, that is the second pin, to low first, then with a delay of very small delay, 2 microseconds. Then we have to make the pin high. Now here we have to define the pulse width. So trigger, the minimal allowable pulse width is 10 microsecond, but giving 100 microsecond for the safe side. So this will generate the trigger pulse, but now we have made this trigger pin to high, now we have made to low. So this will generate a 100 microsecond pulse. This we are feeding to the module as a trigger input. So now we have to measure the echo signal. So the echo signal will be having the distance information in terms of the pulse width, that is in microseconds. Okay, so we have to define a variable duration. So this duration we will be taking to get the pulse width. So I am defining duration equal to pulse in. So this is a built-in function available to measure the pulse width. So it's having two parameters. One is the pin, and we have to say whether we have to measure the bit high width or low width. So that's why here we have to measure the high width. So that's why we are giving high. So here we are getting the duration of the echo pulse in microseconds. So that we have to convert into distance. So we are defining the distance variable. Distance. So why I have given this duration will be a bigger value. Even for int also it will work. I have tried, but it's better to have a longer data type, bigger data type. So distance, it can measure up to 20 centimeters to 400 centimeters. So it is in the maximum range is up to 400, or it can go up to 1000. So that's why for this I am defining as an integer. Now we have to convert the duration into distance. Distance equal to, as the formula I have already explained, 0.034 into duration by 2. So this will give the distance in centimeters. The conversion factor you know. So if you want to convert into inches, feet, meters, accordingly the conversion factor to be modified. So now this data we have to transmit through the serial port and the distance. Okay, so this will form the code, but this loop function will be executed at a very higher rate, so better to have a delay, so that every 1 second it will be sending the data to my console. Okay, so this will form the trigger echo and the serial. So we have made the second pin low, high, again low, and we are measuring the duration and conversion. Okay, now the code is fine, and we will try to compile it. So compilation have been done. So now we have to upload the code. So I have connected to the 7COM, the Arduino Uno. Now I will upload the code. Okay. So here, if you want, you can interface one LCD and display the distance in inches or centimeter on the LCD screen, but here the interest is to get the concept clear, so that's why I'm not going into that side. So first here what's happening, the trigger we have to make high to low, okay, low, high, low, so that we will get a pulse. That pulse is used as the trigger to the unit, and we have to get the duration. So now the code will try to test the code. Now we will continue where we have stopped. Okay, so this is the final equation last I have explained. So now we will go to the electrical connections, how we can make the connection. So as I explained in the theory, for this device we have to use two pins, that is, one is the trigger and the other is the echo. So this we have to connect it to the third digital I/O of Arduino, and this we have to connect it to the second digital I/O port of Arduino, that I have explained during the development of code. Okay, so the connectorization is very straightforward. So these two we have to connect, and this we have to connect to plus 5 volt of the board, this we have to connect to ground. Okay, so just we'll try to make the connection first, then we will have a demonstration. Okay, so for this we will be required one breadboard and the Arduino board and the module. So first we have to connect the module like this. So now the 4 lines means plus 5, trigger, echo and the ground I have connected to the Arduino like this. Now we will have a practical testing of how the circuit is behaving. So ultimately our aim is to show the distance in centimeters. Okay, so this will form the transmitter, this will form the receiver, and here this I am using as an object, and at the same time we have to monitor the serial port also. So that also I will be adding. So from the serial port we can get the distance in centimeters. So now we will start. Okay, so we have started the console. So now I am introducing the object at 10 centimeters. So it's showing 10 centimeter. Okay, so you just see 10 centimeters and 15 centimeters. I have kept at 15 centimeters. The console is showing 15 centimeters, and I have reduced to 5 centimeters. console is showing 5 centimeter. Similarly, in the screen we can see up to 20 centimeters. Now the console is showing exactly 20 centimeters, so I am going beyond. So now I have reached 25 centimeters. So in the console also it's showing 25 centimeters. Okay, so now we'll just reduce to 17. Now it's showing 17 centimeters. Okay, so this is how we can test the circuit. So please go through the code and try to understand, and please try at home. You can definitely make a system like this. Moreover, this is having a very this system we can have a very practical importance. We can make obstruction detection, all those things we can make with the same idea, so that based on your creativity you can make your own system with this. So just I have introduced the hardware and how does it works and how we can make it working, that I have explained. Thank you for seeing the video.